Showered with critical acclaim and dubbed Rockstar's most accomplished work to date, Red Dead Redemption 2 is every bit worthy of the adoration it's received and will receive for the rest of time. Their depiction of the Wild West comes with one of the best stories of the year, but its massive landscape has an unparalleled sense of scale and substance. Chances are that even after the 50 to 60 hour story, you'll barely have scratched the surface. So with that in mind, I'm Scott from WhatCulture.com, and this is Red Dead Redemption 2, 10 incredible secrets and locations you must find. Number 10, Mysterious Statues. Head directly north of Valentine across the Dakota River and you'll come across a cliff face with an enigmatic painting depicting 7 statues that Arthur will then jot down in his journal. Alone, this image is no use, but continue heading east until you reach a collection of chalky white rocks. Within is a small crevice to enter, and inside you'll find yourself face to face with those very same statues. In order to nab the 3 gold bars worth a cool $1,500 that they're hiding, you'll have to solve a tricky puzzle. Alternatively, if you're just in it for the money, everything you need to know can be found in walkthroughs online. Number 9, Cowboys and Aliens. Anyone who followed the Mount Chiliad mystery in GTA 5 knows that Rockstar love a good extraterrestrial Easter egg. Red Dead Redemption 2 is no different. Venture over to the Emerald Ranch and head directly north into the wilderness until you come across a small, seemingly deserted shack called Hanny's Bethel. Inside, you'll find a note written by a former resident who claims to have been visited by a UFO, as well as a description of the conditions when it occurred. To witness the truth for your own eyes, you'll need to revisit the home at 2 a.m. during a half moon. Upon re-entering the house, an eerie green light will envelop your surroundings, so look up and you'll see they were telling the truth all along. Make sure to savor the moment though, because moving or leaving the house will cause the visitor to flee. Number 8. Kratos? Bank robberies and train hijackings are part of the daily routine for Arthur and the Van der Linde gang, but some treasures like precious Viking artifacts can only be found by exploring off the beaten path. To secure yourself some Nordic-themed gear, head north of Annesburg and over the river until you're just south of where Roanoke Valley is written, and you'll stumble upon what appears to be an old abandoned burial ground. In the center of the ruin, on the floor next to a large stone table, is the one-of-a-kind Viking axe, but that's not all. Head inside the crypt and search the shelves for a row of 3 skulls. Adorning one of them will be an authentic Viking helmet that Arthur can put on and get his God of War on. Number 7, the Witch's Cauldron. You'll need to wrap up warm for this one as you're venturing to the far north. Open up your map and zoom in to the N in Amberino to discover a tiny building. Head there on horseback, fast traveling to Emerald Ranch or the Wapiti Indian Reservation is quickest, and head into the forest. Inside, you should be able to spot a small hut made out of tangled branches with an archway entrance. You'll find a chest and a few other lootable items inside, as well as a cauldron unattended and bubbling away. Should you choose to, Arthur can be prompted to drink this liquid, though I'll leave it to you to find out what happens next. Number 6, Killer Clues. There's a serial killer on the loose in the Old West, and a particularly unhinged one at that. While out on his travels, Arthur can stumble upon some gruesomely mutilated bodies, accompanied with notes written by the deranged suspect himself, triggering the American Dream side quest. By following the breadcrumb trail and solving all 3 clues, Arthur will be directed to the killer's hideout called Lucky's Cabin, where the killer not only resides, but likes to carry out his work. Subdue the culprit and haul them back to the nearest sheriff's office for a hefty reward. Number 5, Manhunt fans will love this. Among several unique facial adornments available to Arthur, the pig mask certainly ranks as the weirdest of the bunch. To nab yourself the identity-obscuring headwear made from fetid porcine skin, fast travel to the Van Horn trading post and then head northwest to the aptly named Butcher's Creek. You'll know you're in the right place when you happen upon a ramshackle camp populated by the titular butcher, but it's not him you're here for. Shuffle over to one of the wooden beams propping up the man's shelter, and on it, you'll find the pig mask. Once it's picked up, it's yours for good, but sadly, there's no chainsaw. Number 4, Man-Made Mutant. As was the case for your trip to Butcher's Creek, getting to the Man-Made Mutant's place of residence is quickest by fast traveling to the Van Horn trading post. From there, head directly east until you hit a house with boarded up doors and windows. To get inside, you'll need to scale the building from the outside and look for a window that its owner seemingly forgot to barricade. Once through, you'll be greeted by the so-called mutant, as well as a series of notes scattered about the house that explain its origins. Number 3, Meteor House. Of all the dangers a nuclear family living in the Old West would need to account for on a daily basis, getting flattened by a stray meteor would be far below the threat posed by outlaws and wild animals. The odds are literally astronomically low, but not for the poor souls residing near Roanoke Valley. Head north of the valley's river and you'll find a home with smoke pluming out of its center. Venturing inside, you'll discover the family's charred remains as well as a smoldering hole in the floorboards. If you've no qualms about robbing the dead, rummaging around the impact zone will yield a piece of the offending meteorite itself, which then fetches a tidy sum back at any vendor in town. Number 2, the Broken Pirate Sword. If knives and hatchets aren't your preferred weapon of choice in close quarters combat, look no further than the Broken Pirate Sword. Obtainable after Chapter 2, first things first. Ride or catch a train to the industrial city of Saint Denis and then head west until you hit a collection of small islands south of Gallagher Hall. Hitch your horse and make your way southeast through marshland, looking out for a shipwrecked boat. Inside the wreck, you'll find the sword sticking upright out of the hull. For those wanting to complete the pirate look, an island just west of Morgan's camp in Chapter 2 has another wreck with a tricorn hat inside, though you'll need to purchase the camp's boat in order to reach it. Now, for our number 1 pick, it's not a plot spoiler, but it does relate to a location that you won't unlock until finishing the story and the epilogue. Again, there's no story-related anything here, but if you're avoiding everything, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Still here? Good. Number 1, Morgan with the golden gun. Yes, the rumors and leaks were true. You do get to revisit the map of the original Red Dead Redemption. For this particular weapon, wielded by the legendary gunslinger Otis Miller, you need to venture all the way down to New Austin. First, head to Collar Springs and keep a straight trajectory north until you hit the border. Along the cliffside should be a cave entrance, and inside, a chest containing Miller's revolver and a collection of photographs. The pistol can't be customized, but there's no need, because it has all the bling you could ever need. And that's my list. Let me know down in the comments below if there are any other really cool secrets and locations that you've come across in Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been Scott from WhatCulture.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon.